Picked this mower up from a bloke for scrap. He's left it in his back garden unprotected, and it's very temperamental, don't run properly, and a lot of parts on it have been bodged, so I'm not going to bother repairing it. I'll just go break it down and see what I can save. Already I took the air filter off in the bag there. I've got the same engine. This looks like a Briggs and Stratton engine. On my mower, that bit was bent. I had to get a new part, and just this bit of plastic here cost me £11. So I'm definitely keeping that because that's in good condition. I'm going to take all this off, see what's inside, see what's worth saving. Spark plug looks half decent. I might keep a couple of wheels. Cable's alright. Fuel tank might be worth keeping because sometimes they perish along the seal line here and at the bottom. Maybe the blade, clean it up. So yeah, if you're ever picking up a mower, scrap mower, because it's not working for whatever reason, it's cutting out, over-revving or whatever, a couple of easy things to look for is check the spark plug. Like you can see here, this spark plug's covered in dried out burnt oil. 9 times out of 10, take that off, get a wire brush, clean it up, pull the cord a couple of times to let all the crap and compression out the hole in there. And another thing is, 9 times out of 10 on these mowers I pick up, the air filter's covered in oil, and now that's going to stop the air getting in, which is no good, and you trouble starting or it will cut out. As you can see, just about to see here, it's covered in oil, and what it is the mower's been tipped the wrong way. A lot of people do that mistake, tip it the wrong way, so all the oil in the engine drains through the carburetor in there and into the air filter, which clogs it, chokes it. And then to sort that out, you've got to take the air filter off, clean it all, take the carburetor off, clean all that, because you have oil sitting in the carburetor now, and that all clogs up the pinprick holes where the fuel and air and stuff needs to get in. But you do that, and the spark plug, a lot of times it's a perfectly good mower. Something else to look for, if the person says, oh, the mower is seized, quite often it isn't. If they left it outside in all weathers unprotected and haven't used it for months or even a year, you get a big build up of corrosion all around the engine and along here, and there's a gap there where it's meant to be a gap, and quite often the corrosion builds up and it basically welds these two bits together. So what I done once with a seized mower, took the casing off, I've got a very fine sandpaper and sand all this rust and corrosion off, and sort of had to force it a bit around to get it all off, and pull on the pull cord, and it turned, and basically after cleaning the spark plug and the air filter, the mower was fine. There was nothing wrong with it. It's from a seized mower. Made basically a jug to collect the oil out of the mower. I just cut that bit out, and that lets me hold it and tip it out. Simples. Just taking this bowl off the carburetor. Inside here looks sort of reasonably alright. Washer needs replacing, but it's not too bad. It would need a good clean out. Probably my ultrasonic cleaner. But as you can see, now the bottom of the bowl is rusted. That indicates there's water or petrol sitting in there for a long period of time. Probably where it's been sitting outside, not being used, and you get condensation and all sorts of stuff just sitting there, and it damages it. So you get rust, and if I just rub my finger on there, it's like dustiness comes off. And that dust will go into these jets all through the little holes in that and help clog the carburetor up. That's quite bad, but I could put a wire brush in there and really sand it out to the metal, try to get rid of all that rust, and then stick this in your ultrasonic cleaner. The washers here will need replacing, but I might be able to reuse that later on, so I'll keep hold of that for now. Now that's finishing draining, give it another minute or two, and I'll pick this up and put it in the appropriate container and dispose of it in the appropriate way. And that's the oil drained. Right, this is what I'm left with, just the decking of the mower. I didn't want the decking, so I'll go scrap this. The flap is all twisted, so I'm not going to keep that. And these are the parts. I won't go through them all, but the blade's half decent, no cracks or anything, so that's worth keeping. The wheels are half decent, they've got a fair bit of tread still on them. These handles are always good to keep because they're easy to break. A few bits and pieces, exhaust is fine, a little bit of surface rust. And pull cord, fine. And you've got a couple of heat shields. They tend to go really rusty and crumble. And them ones now are in good condition, so I'm keeping them. Fuel tank's alright, the cap was broken, so I'd throw that. Air filter, cables, part of the air filter. This here is the drive shaft and motor. These tend to go, and these can range from 40 to £100 for this particular mower. I've got a Honda mower which is a different motor, and that's £100 just for this bit, so I'm definitely keeping hold of this. If I wanted to, I could sell these parts individually, like this brand new, just that bit of plastic there, it's £11. The wheels I probably could get like another £5 for a set maybe, if not more, but I'm not going to bother doing that. I've got a mower that takes these parts, so I'm going to keep these. On these, I kept these cogs because sometimes the teeth can break, and they're bloody expensive and hard to get hold of, so I'll keep them. Don't take much room up. Yeah, cool.